Good morning, everyone. We just got home from Peru, literally just walked in. It's about 8:30 in the morning. I'm gonna shower and make myself a little bit more presentable because I'm literally a mess. I need to just like scrub my body and everything, but my sister gave me a really good idea that I really liked for a video. I'm gonna film showing you everything that I brought that I thought was worth it, things that I brought that maybe I didn't need on the trip. So gonna unpack everything and show you guys all of that process. All right, guys, hello. So I am clean and I'm in my room and it's really empty. There's no flowers or anything because obviously we just got home. So I'm gonna go to the market like right after this, get some groceries and flowers. Just a little side note. Anyway, so for this video, I thought it would be fun based on what my sister was telling me, which I actually thought was a really good idea, to kind of go through all the stuff that I brought with me that I shared in the previous video about what I bring when I'm traveling, and just review a little bit of what was used a lot, maybe what I overpacked, didn't pack, what I needed, stuff like that. Just because this was like the first big trip that we've taken in a while, so somewhat was an experiment for me in terms of what I brought and what I needed and etc. So let's get into it. I'm super excited. I'm super clean, which I love. I smell so good. So yeah, let's begin. Number one is I did get some questions about this on Instagram and I was actually so excited. But right before we traveled, I actually ordered a new toiletry bag as well as a carry-on bag. So I got this base bag. This is their weekender bag. They also have a mini, which could be also an amazing bag, but this is just the normal size. So it has this like bottom zip pocket, which is like this part, and then the whole bag itself. First thing that is seriously amazing about this bag is the back has this zip, so you can close this and it'll just be like a pocket, or if you open it, this actually slides on top of the handle of your suitcase, so when you're rolling it through the airport or anywhere, this is just balanced on top and doesn't slide off. Whereas like when you just put the straps on, typically it'll like lean to a side or whatnot. This is like amazing. It was so nice to have this. I like didn't realize how much I needed it almost, but it was incredible. So I love that. As well as there's a pocket on the front that's just a normal pocket, and this is where I kind of kept like my passport. I had my little travel wallet with me in here, and then I put my like boarding pass in here as well, and just had a chapstick. So that was just super nice to have in the front. I would recommend bringing a wallet that might not be, so I have like my normal wallet that I use at home that connects to my keys, and then I also have a bigger wallet that I have at home that I don't really use that often, as well as this mini wallet, which I love. It just has like, it's like a card holder essentially. So I can put a card here, some cash, and then 2 cards here. This is just super helpful, I think, traveling wise, because one, it's not as nice as my wallet at home, so I don't have to worry as much about it getting stolen, God forbid. So I would recommend having like somewhat of a travel wallet that you bring, that you're not as worried about if you do use a nicer wallet at home or a nicer product. And then obviously I just brought my like ID, credit card, and health insurance. So there's that. And then I'm obsessed with chapstick. So I packed like 4 different chapsticks, I think, for this trip, but it was just so nice to have one on the outside pocket that was so accessible at all times. So again, just recommend having like a chapstick accessible, or lotion even, just something that could be like a good moisturizer while you're out and about. Into the main pocket, I will try and show this, but it looks like this. I have so much stuff in here. Here is really nice. There's like a little pouch for your computer. So I already took my computer out. It's charging, but it is padded, so it's nice. Like I used to have a computer case and I don't anymore. So it's just nice to put this in here because it does feel like somewhat protected and secure. There's this big zip pocket here, which I actually didn't even realize was here until like last night before we were leaving and I was packing. And then there's 2 open pockets. I think you can see those like right under the zipper pockets here and here. So that I just kind of held some icebreakers. Again, I recommend having some sort of mint or gum or something. I was worried about having gum just because my wisdom teeth and my stitches are still in, so I didn't want gum to get stuck to anything. But icebreakers, I'm obsessed with having like good breath always, or just like knowing that I don't have bad breath, so I always carry something like that. In the other pocket, this bag comes with like a shoulder strap, so I didn't end up using this, but I just kept it with me in case I like wanted it. I also kept my toiletry bag, which is open right now because I got something out of the shower. So I'll show you that in a sec. Then I had my bag with all my protein powder and powders and stuff. We will get into this. I had this little pouch also. I would recommend bringing some sort of little bag to hold all of your chargers. So I had like my AirPods in here, my phone charger, my computer charger, and then this is just my portable charger. So this charges, this maybe charges like 3 full charges on your phone, which is amazing. I didn't need it 100% on this trip, but I know my sister used hers. I believe my brother used his as well. So it is just something to consider when you're traveling and you know you're not going to be near a charging port like ever. And then yeah, just having like a separate bag to hold your chargers I think is really good, because it keeps it organized and you don't have to be looking for like your phone charger or whatever. It's just like all in one place. And then the last thing I'll talk about this bag is the bottom like pouch that it has. So what was really good about this is I didn't have to worry about packing shoes in my suitcase because I packed them all in here. This is what the bottom looks like. I just brought one pair of like tennis shoes. So these are my Nike Free Metcon 4s in the white, and then I also have them in black, but I didn't bring those ones. I brought a pair of flip-flops, which I recommend bringing flip-flops on every trip no matter what. We actually didn't end up going anywhere that flip-flops were needed or like a beach or anything, but I did end up wearing them in one of our hotels. And so you just never know like when you're gonna need flip-flops, if there's a pool or a jacuzzi or something at your hotel that you want to go to. It is nice to just have shoes that you can wear for it and not worry about getting your shoes wet or whatever. Last pair of shoes I brought, besides I was wearing my Nike Air Force like on the plane and on days that we weren't really doing like a lot of activities. So I put these shoes in a bag. I got these like packing cubes on Amazon right before we left. So that's where that bag came from that I had the chargers in, as well as this bag. I believe this is a laundry bag, but I used it for my shoes just because it fit. We went hiking a lot, so I had to bring hiking shoes. Also got a lot of questions on if these were hiking shoes, and they are. A long time ago, Vans came out with like a hiking shoes line that I thought was so cool, and hiking shoes typically aren't super fashionable, and like I totally understand that, but I figured why not try and make them a little cute if I can. And so these were actually great. My brother was giving me so much nonsense about these shoes not being real hiking shoes, but I promise you we did some bigger hikes. We hiked Machu Picchu, like the last part of it, which is like an 8-mile hike, and these were amazing. And so if you need hiking shoes, I don't think they make this exact one anymore, but they do. Got these like 4 years ago, I think. They do make other hiking shoes still, and like having them be high top was great, supports your ankle and everything. But yeah, because they were dirty, I put them in this bag just to not get it all over my stuff, you know? But that was great. I'm gonna wash these though because they're a little nasty. Next, I will talk about my toiletries. So I also ordered a base toiletry bag, which also before we left, I put on my Instagram asking if anyone had recommendations for a good toiletry bag, because I feel like I've never had one that holds all of my stuff. I've brought like 10 little bags together, like my toothpaste, my toothbrush in one bag, hair stuff in one bag, moisturizer in one bag, etc. And so I wanted something that I could seriously hold everything, and a lot of people recommended Base. I honestly hadn't heard about the brand before that, so it worked out so well because this toiletry bag was amazing. The Weekender bag was amazing. This is called the Op bag, I think it's like OPP. It's the same style essentially as the Weekender bag, so it has this bottom pouch, which is great, and then it also opens in the middle. So it was phenomenal. It has this bag, this like pocket on the side that's a zip pocket. So I had all of my mouth stuff, toothpaste, toothbrush, mouthwash, my syringe for my wisdom teeth, and some floss. Then it has a pouch on this side that's not a zip pocket, similar to the other thing. So I had a razor, which I just recommend carrying with you. Also kind of at all times while you're traveling. You just never know like when you're gonna need one. I don't know. Honestly, I think I'm gonna keep this stuff in it just because this is like my travel bag, so I might as well keep it, you know? So I have a razor. I brought some ponytails with me, which I think I'll just keep in here as well, just because I have so many like not in my bag, it's okay. And then in the main pocket, I had Q-tips. I'm obsessed with Q-tips. People think that they're bad for you, which like maybe they are, but I need them, especially when I wash my hair, like to get water out. So I have to refill that. Highly recommend bringing that. Bee Propolis Spray by Beekeepers is phenomenal. This is like an immune support spray that is so good for you. It's like made with supernatural products, but it actually works so well. And the first couple days, my dad, I think my dad and my sister maybe had a sore throat, and they used this and it was like great. They were totally fine. It's just throat spray, but when I'm sick, it seriously makes me feel better. I didn't need it on this trip. Thank God I wasn't feeling sick at all, but it is something that I am happy I brought. It's something I will continue bringing just because it does help when you need it, you know? Then I use my Laneige lip mask as another moisturizer. I use this in the morning and night, like while I was getting ready. I love this stuff, so another chapstick. And then I had my toiletry bag by Tula. I talked about this also as their travel set. So this came with their superfood probiotic face wash that I use at home, 24-hour moisturizer. This is like their exfoliant wash. And then also it came with vitamin C serum, which was also really good to help brighten up the skin initially like in the day. So this is just all stuff that was travel size that like came in my pack that I will just like keep in here as well, just because it is my travel size soap. And then I used the It's a 10 travel size shampoo and conditioner. I like to travel with my own soap just in case I don't know what like another place has. I do like to have my own. I didn't bring a body wash, which I wish I did. Just sometimes I feel like the body washes at hotels don't feel as strong and like cleanly as like my own, but I do like having my own shampoo and conditioner just because every hair is different. So like I would use a lot of hotels like shampoo to wash my hair initially and then like wash it out a little bit with my own. Same with conditioner, just like let it soak in, especially because I wear my hair up like this a lot. I would put a lot of their conditioner in and then use mine to like wash my hair, but theirs to like keep my hair back. This is my spot gel for like acne. I use this at home, great for traveling as well, just because the size is fine. And then this is my #1 skincare product. This is the Tula Brightening like Glow and Get It Stick. I have some on right now, but I'll still just show you. It literally brightens your skin up so well. You put it on under your eyes. It's like this like illuminator stick, and you just kind of rub it in a little bit. Obviously you don't want a streak, it could like leave a streak, but I just like pat it in a little and it just like makes your face like glow. I don't know, I'm obsessed with it. It is safe to travel, like travel size or not. So I use this at home. And then I also was using the Tula sunscreen. This sunscreen is so good. It makes your skin so glowy without looking oily. It's literally protect and glow. It's SPF 30, but it also makes your face so glowy. The sunscreen doesn't smell bad. I am really bad at putting sunscreen on every day, but this is like helps me put it on because I actually don't mind the product. It's like so good. I didn't bring a nail file, and I didn't need one, but that is a good thing to pack with you. So I do wish I had one. There were a couple moments where I thought my nail was like breaking or whatever, and I was like, oh, I could use a file right now. Thankfully I didn't need one, but that is just something to keep in mind. And then if you need clippers, cuticle clippers, whatever. And then I also brought tweezers. Same how I feel about a razor, you kind of just like never know when you're gonna need one. And if you have like hairs that you want to pluck, it's just like amazing for your eyebrows, whatever. For the bottom part, same thing as my bigger weekender bag. You just unzip this and then this opens up down here. This is where I had all of my supplements, which was great that I could keep them all with my toiletries, which is what I was saying about not having so many separate bags. So I just had my seed. This is my daily symbiotic. Take 2 of these every day on an empty stomach. Really good for gut health. Helps with digestion, clinically and scientifically researched and developed to support your gut health, and is literally proven to reach your colon, which a lot of symbiotics don't do. So I will leave a code down below. It's Jack S if you guys want to try it out for 15% off. But again, this is just what I take every single day. Talk to your doctor first. Then I take 2 Ritual vitamins. This is a multivitamin. They're vegan, which is amazing because it does give me all the nutrients that maybe I'm missing, especially when I'm traveling and I don't have the variety of food that I would have at home. It's so good to have your vitamins with you. Then as far as digestion goes and things I've been talking and working through with my doctor, I take 2 magnesium supplements every morning and night. And then I take a Colace every morning and night and L-glutamine in the morning. And then here are just some extra supplements. I brought these pill packs, come with labels, which is amazing because then you can label like a cute little, it's like a cute little thing, and you can like put this in your bag or whatever. Like I don't take any supplements during the day, so I didn't need to travel with it. It was just in the hotel always, but they are super travel sizable. So it was great. Make sure you bring your supplements with you when you're traveling. Vacation or traveling is not an excuse to get off your routine. If anything, it's an amazing opportunity to practice your routine and really like insert it into your life seriously if you're traveling with it. Just a side note. Then I also brought these allergy relief pills. I just get reactions to things super randomly and like rashes and whatever. And so I like to have these with me at all times if possible. I didn't need them at all, which was great, but just have them. And then here's just a hair mask. Again, it just helps me put my hair back, but great to have. It actually is almost empty. So I'll probably be finishing this week. Okay, this bag. So I talked a lot about this in my Pack With Me video. I was so excited about this and it actually ended up being really great. I brought a lot of protein powder. So I will say I brought a bunch of protein powder that I use at home. These were all single serve packets, which was amazing because I could just throw them into milk, water, oatmeal, whatever. I brought one, I think, for every day, which was a little bit excessive just because I really didn't need them every single day, nor did I use one every single day. I maybe used one of these in our whole trip, which I was happy I had it, and I definitely don't think it was a mistake to bring, but I think I could have brought like 3 or 4. I do find importance in making sure I have protein sources at all times, and because I was traveling to another country, I didn't know what was going to be accessible for me. I definitely brought too much. So I do think when you're traveling, plan ahead, think about where you're going. Next, I brought some emergency. So this was actually great. I personally don't even like emergency, but I do find importance in taking it when you feel a little sick. Like I said, my dad was feeling a little under the weather like the first day that we traveled. It could have been just because of like traveling and whatever, it's a long flight, but he ended up taking 2 of these. So I was happy that I had them to give to him. I do think, again, it's like similar to the bee spray where it's just, you don't know if you're gonna need it. It's almost like bringing like Advil or Tylenol, but it's just important to have. And I think it is a good thing to travel with, just in the chance that you do need it or you find yourself feeling a little iffy, whatever. Then I brought these 2 Four Sigmatic coffee packs. I didn't end up using these just because every single morning we had coffee available at our hotels, which was great, so I didn't use them. But again, it is just something that's nice to have. I wouldn't say that it's a mistake to bring, and I did only bring 2, which I thought was perfect. So yeah, originally I was gonna bring 2 of these Ultima electrolyte packets, and the day before we left, I ended up going to Whole Foods and buying like 6, 7 more or something, which I'm so happy I did. As you guys know, or you may not know, I'm obsessed with the drink Barcode. That is like a drink that's full of electrolytes. It is essentially a vitamin water, but healthy. There's no sugar. It's made with adaptogenic ingredients like mushrooms, all these different ashwagandha powders, things like that. And so it is really good for you. It's only 30 calories, no sugar, like I said, and it's super hydrating, full of electrolytes, gives you magnesium, gives you energy, stuff like that. But obviously when you're traveling, you can't bring full water bottles of drinks with you, especially when you're not checking a bag. And even if I were checking a bag, I don't think I would be carrying like 14 Barcodes with me. So as a substitute, I found these Ultimate packets at Erewhon initially. Electrolyte mix, 0 sugar, 0 calories, 0 carbs. It is just like a super clean ingredient thing that you just pour into water. So it ended up being amazing. We were in some places that were at a higher altitude, so they recommended lots of electrolyte drinks such as Gatorade, vitamin water, etc. And I just used these, which was so amazing to have, and they all tasted really good. This is definitely something that I'm gonna always be traveling with, but also I think just have with me at home now too, in case like I ever am on the go and like want to just have one of these packets in my bag with me. And then lastly, one of my absolute favorite products, Sakara. So this is the metabolism powder. I'm obsessed with Sakara. Their like mission is to provide the best ingredients and nutrients in somewhat of a holistic approach, but also a really healthy approach where you're getting all the nutrients you need through food that genuinely energizes you, gives you benefits other than just like nutritional facts. And also like they really think about how things can affect your body and like how you're gonna react to them, not just like facts and like stuff like that. I actually also have a code for them. I will leave it down below. It's ExoJack. So you guys can try out Sakara as well, but the metabolism powder is one of my favorite products they have. I do have the full size bag at home, but I thought it would be so nice to have these with me traveling, just because it is a little sense of home. And if I did want like something that wasn't caffeinated or whatever, these are amazing with water or milk. I'm happy that I had them with me, but I didn't use them. So just to be fully transparent and honest, but they are great, and they do have other like travel size things. I do think it's super important to have a backpack with you when you're traveling. Typically I would use my backpack as like my personal carry-on bag, but it ended up working out having my base bag the Weekender with me, and then just putting this travel bag, this like backpack, into my suitcase to just have like in the day. I had my sunglasses in there. I also kept like this little pouch inside my backpack for the day, which I also thought was great because then I could put stuff that I like use and have it with me 24/7. So I brought this little pack. This is from Ipsy. This is like a makeup delivery thing that you can get monthly, or I believe every other month. My sister has always gotten it, so we used to share the bags, and yeah, I kind of claimed this one because I think it's so cute. So I had another chapstick with me. This was always in my backpack. I had this little travel sunscreen, which was great because I could reapply throughout the day. And this one specifically is a stick. So it's super nice because you don't have to worry about it like getting on your hands or a mess. You just literally take this and like rub it on your face. Like so easy. Then I also had a hand cream with me so that I can moisturize throughout the day. I had my syringe for my wisdom teeth, and then again, some more icebreakers just because I'm obsessed. And then lastly, I had some of the ultimate packets with me in this so that I think I kept like 3 at a time, but that way just every day while we were on the go, I would have one with me. I also strongly recommend having a water bottle with you. I brought my Hydro. I know that these can be a little heavy. To me, I'm so used to the weight that it doesn't affect me, but you can bring any sort of water bottle. There were a couple places where they gave us so many plastic bottles that I didn't use my bottle, but then there were also places that didn't have bottles available or didn't give us bottles, so we just would refill our own, and it was so nice to have this. So I would bring this in my backpack and then one plastic bottle every day so that I could put my electrolytes powder in that, and then just have plain water in here. Fun fact, I've never put anything other than water in here because I'm scared of making it taste like anything other than water, no matter how much I wash it. So yeah. Next, I would recommend bringing a hat. I had this one with me throughout the trip. Something that I wish I had that I didn't was a laundry bag. So the bag I put my shoes in, my sister said was like the laundry bag that came with our packing cubes pack. But I just ended up putting them in like one of these plastic bags that we had at the hotel. We went to the Amazon for part of it. In that like 3-day stretch, I basically wore the same like 2 outfits just because we were spraying everything with bug spray and we were sweating so much. It was so disgusting, but it was really fun. And because we were going somewhere after that, I wanted to separate those clothes especially so that they didn't like contaminate all of my other clothes before the rest of the trip. That's kind of why I would recommend having a laundry bag, not necessarily for the trip home, but more for in the middle of the trip if you want to start separating your laundry from your clean clothes so not everything's getting contaminated. I didn't have that. These bags ended up being okay, but that is something to consider for me, at least in the future, and if you guys want to consider that. The last thing I will say is this trip I used packing cubes. Like I said, I've honestly never packed with packing cubes, but they were great. I really liked using them. I had like all of my stuff separated, so like shirts, leggings, socks in here, like bras, underwear in this one, and it ended up working out really, really well. So I can link the packing cubes I got. They were all a little bit different. This one has the zipper in the middle. I have the laundry bag, the one I used for my chargers, the one I used for all my protein powders, and then these just like traditional ones, I guess. But I did love using them, and I thought they worked out really well. So there were some pros and cons in terms of space. I could kind of slip things under just because of like the way my suitcase lays. There's like holes in the middle, obviously, for the handle. So I could put stuff like in between there and then put the packing cubes on top. But overall, they were really great, really convenient. So that is sort of an overview and review of things I brought and thought were necessary, not necessary, whatever, for traveling. If you guys have any questions or anything, I would love to hear them. You could leave them in the comments, DM me, whatever. Also, if you guys have any video recommendations, I'm home now. I'm home for the rest of the summer and starting school in the fall again. So I will be in LA full time again, maybe some traveling here and there if I decide to travel. But let me know what videos you guys want to see next. I love you all so much. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and like this video, and I will see you guys in next week's video.